Hey, hey, what's up, everybody? It's Monday, February 6th, 2023. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Glad to see everybody here. And I'm glad to be here. We got Mama Bear co hosting today, as always. Good to have her here. We got a new case to look at for some of you guys. Some of you guys, maybe not. But Nicola Bulley. It's quite an interesting scenario, and we're definitely got a lot to talk about, guys. Um, So I hope everybody brought your coffee, brought your tea, and you wanted to sit down and have a talk with me because we got plenty to talk about. So happy Monday, everybody. I hope you had a great weekend, and I think we should just get right on into it. Let's do this. Hello, hello. How is everybody today? Good to see you all. Good to be here with you all.
Hi.
Good morning, Mama Bear. How are you today?
Oh, pretty good.
That's good to hear. Good to hear. Good to hear. Hope you had a great weekend.
Yeah.
I got you. I got you. Welcome, folks. Good to have you here. Let's see who we got in the chat today. Schmooby Cakes is in the house. What's up? What's up? What's up, Dover Mom? Good to see you. Good golly, Miss Molly's in here. What is up, Molly? Good to have you here. Give everybody a chance to jump in. I think I shared it out. We're good to go. And yeah. Yep. I guess that can come out of there. I don't need that in there. Remove that one because I'm here now. I definitely don't want that in there. All right. So, what's your weather like today?
Um, it's supposed to be 48, I think, today.
Mm,
I was like, wow, but
no.
cloudy off and on, I guess. So
Right. Yeah,
I'll take it though.
it's supposed to be 50 here. It was 50 yesterday. It wasn't bad. It was actually surprising. I walked outside expecting to freeze, and it was warm. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I went out. Lorelai and I went somewhere last night, and I was surprised when we left at like 6 in the evening that it was warmer than I
Yeah,
was
right.
expecting.
That's how it was here too.
Yeah,
And
it's
then,
supposed to be.
oh, go ahead.
It's supposed to be 48 today, 52 tomorrow.
Yep, same weather. We
Cool.
pretty much always have the same weather, I think, anyway, roughly.
Yeah.
But yeah, but it's cold out right now. But it's 11. Yeah, I'm a little late, guys. Sorry, I was having problems logging in. Always having some kind of technical issue because I'm, uh, well, not very technically advanced. I'm getting there though. We're getting there. But anyway,
It takes time.
well, yeah. I used to be like super good with computers until about 5 years ago, and then something happened. They like got super advanced and all that fun stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things. If you don't stay up on it, you're gonna
Hmm.
fall behind real quick.
That's exactly what happened with me. I mean, I'm like, what is this and what's that and why is my processor doing this? And they're looking at me like, what? You know these things? I said, no, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. But anyway, so that's why I was gonna be here at 11:30, guys, but I had to struggle with something. So sorry, here I am. I pulled the driver door and swapped out the internal motors in my Infinity yesterday. Mama needs her drive-through soda and a window. Gotcha. Come on in, everybody. Get comfortable. This is an interesting scenario, an interesting case. We got quite a bit to look at on it. Press conferences. I have interview with her husband. It's weird, She was there and then she wasn't.
Yeah, and her dog was there. It didn't take off or anything. It was just
Yeah,
there.
they said it was running back and forth in between the gate and where she was, the bench that she was at,
Hmm.
and she was in. She was logged into a. The interesting thing that caught my attention on this one was, um, she was logged into like a conference call with like her
Yeah,
job.
she was on a Microsoft Teams call.
Yeah, and that her phone was sitting on the bench and it was still logged into that, and she was nowhere to be found. So that's what about this case that caught my attention. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It just was
When
like,
I
wait,
when I initially saw woman disappears from conference call, I'm like, what? How
yep,
does that work?
yep, yep. That's what I looked at. So, and this is in the UK, folks.
Yeah.
So we cover it all over the place. Over there where Smooby's at, um, in her area. So hopefully, maybe we can come up with something. Maybe we can help a little bit. Hopefully, I feel bad for her husband. He's been left with their two daughters, and it's just
Yeah.
I can't imagine. I would never
Yeah.
want to
I
imagine.
started to watch the interview with her parents, I believe, and her
Yeah,
sister, and
I
I
have.
couldn't.
I have. It's rough. It's very rough, guys. These things, when you don't experience it personally, it's still a bad thing. We still feel bad. We still get our emotions involved, but we can never ever, and hopefully we don't have to understand what these people go through.
Right.
And it does affect us. Like you just said. I've been sad. You guys have seen me, get teary eyed over things that like affect me emotionally because it's just bad stuff.
Yeah.
Family want the family wants the publicity. They suspect abduction.
Mm. Yeah. Molly, no, the dog wasn't on a leash. She walked it
Oh
off.
yeah, sorry, Molly, I didn't see that. Welcome, Pamela. Oh, Pamela said she's 5 minutes from where that's
Oh,
at. She's
wow.
not searching. Good deal, Pamela. Wow, so that could help us here.
Yeah.
Having somebody right there, and Pamela's retired police, so it was off lead. She walks it off lead and was near the bench with her phone. Yeah, that's what I heard was that the dog listens to her and is that well trained that the dog doesn't take off like that, which is probably why the dog has been running back and forth between the gate to the park and then where the bench was, which is weird. And I don't know. I mean, we're gonna look at it, as far as abduction. Uh, I
Accident.
would wonder if the dog would be acting different, is what I'm saying.
I would think if she had fallen in the water, like they're saying, that the dog would be like
Going to the
more
water.
towards the water. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Welcome, Mrs. M. Good to see you.
Hi.
That was what I thought too. They picked the wrong neighbor to snatch. Right.
Wonder if she set the phone down to run after the dog. That could be.
I knew it was near you, but oh yeah, yeah. If she was on a call, someone had to. That's what I was thinking. If there was a conference call going on, if somebody came up and said something to her and then grabbed her, you would think they would hear that.
Yeah.
Not, no, not all dogs, even springers. I just would think that the dog would be standing at the water barking. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
That's my thought. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know
And I
how
don't
her dog is.
I don't think she's in the water, or I think with all the everything that they've done so far, they would have found her.
They're in the water looking for her right now as we
Yeah.
speak. At least they were earlier when I was watching. So yeah. And I hope. I don't know, guys. I don't know what to think of this one.
Yeah.
Police's primary theory is drowning, right? That's what they had said that they think she fell in the river. But family
Schmooby,
wants.
sorry, was talking to Schmooby the other day about this, and Schmooby had mentioned that that river or whatever does go out into the ocean.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Now that I know Pamela's right there, I don't know how close it is to Schmovie, but do you guys know how fast moving the river is and how rough the water is, guys? Because that would say a lot too. Because
Hmm.
I mean, around here when we have that, obviously the faster the river moves, the more downward that person can go. What's up, Popper? Thanks for jumping in, brother. Good to see you today. Hope you had a good weekend. So yeah, that was my kind of a question I had, I guess you could say.
Yeah. And I think I saw on, I don't know if I read it or saw it at this point, but that somebody said that it was not a fast moving
Okay.
river. So, but I
I
don't
know I
know.
saw it. Right. I saw a video and it wasn't moving real quick, but it like around here it can be by the day and the
Right.
weather changes it,
Right.
you know.
The more rain you get, the more current you're going to have.
Exactly. Exactly. Hold on one second. I got to make sure that I have
It's
my
possible
special
that
notifications I put out.
apparently would have been found before she got to the river. Okay. Thanks, Schmooby.
Apparently slow flowing 4 foot. Oh, okay. See, and that's my thing. If you fall into a 4 foot deep river, you're gonna stand up, or at
Right.
least try to. You know what I'm saying? Or crawl up, or I would think that would be the automatic reaction, especially if it's moving slow.
Mm-hmm.
You can get footing, grab something, and stand up, and then that didn't happen, obviously.
Right.
So it drops off to 13 feet in places. Well, if
Ooh,
she gets downward, yeah, that's pretty deep, but still,
it
if
wouldn't
it's
be that deep right there at the edge,
yeah,
though, I wouldn't
I
think.
wouldn't think. And then, like, what's the temperature of the water? Would you guys say right time this year over there?
Because are they summertime in the UK?
No, I think they're right around the same as us
Are
right
they
now.
same as us? Okay.
Yeah, they've been cold. Schmoovy's been saying it's cold over there. So,
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
but the water. Well, let's see. We're into February, so the water would have plenty of time to get kind of cold by now, I would think.
I would think
Which, if she were to fall into the river and get stuck,
it's winter. Okay.
hypothermia can kick in pretty quick. Okay, depending on the temperature of the water. So it's been in the minus temps. Yeah, they've had colder
Mm-hmm.
spells than we have, I believe, in some senses. So I don't know, but we're gonna get into it, guys, because I'm curious. I know there's a lot going on around here, but there's two little girls that need their mother and a husband
Yeah.
that needs to know what's going on, and like I said, we cover things everywhere: Australia, UK, wherever it may be. Hell, we have
She would have been
19 people. We still got a few more people jumping in, I think. I would think she would have been found if she was in there. That's my thought too, Schmovie. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
It seemed to be leaning more towards, and that's where the family's at too. Um, I don't know if anybody saw on the Breezy. Good to see you
Hi,
on the
Breezy.
national news. We have a bit of a problem going on here where I live. It's about 35 miles from me, actually. A train derailed.
Oh no.
Cece actually contacted me because I think she kind of knows where I'm at. Welcome, T. But the train derailed, a big train, and it was carrying sodium chloride in a yeah, a tanker truck. One of the yes, that's
Mm-hmm.
that's about 25, 15 to 20 minutes from me. Well, the train's been on fire since it happened. They got most of it out, but they can't put out the tanker that's burning that's carrying the sodium chloride.
Mm.
They're saying that it's boiling in there, and if it explodes, there's going to be a plume cloud that pops, and it can be. They've already talked to us about possible evacuation in case that
Oh wow.
because what could happen is if there's multiple tankers carrying this stuff, if one blows, it could cause like a chain reaction and blow the rest, and that's going to affect this. Right now, they're saying it's 1 mile outside of the area there,
Mm.
but if that blows, it's going to be a whole different story. So I
Yeah,
don't.
I always worry about that kind of stuff because we have train tracks run right through the middle of our town.
Yeah, so I'm a little nervous. Of course, I have respiratory issues, and that
Right.
even if you don't have respiratory issues, that'll lay you down right now. Um,
Right.
it's very toxic. They have hazmat out. They have it's kind of nerve wracking. I'll say that. I'm not like right on top of it. Thank to God, thank the Lord. They completely have evacuated that entire town.
Yeah.
Um, it, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, I bet. 3 mile
But
shift.
it's literally 35 miles from me. So
Hmm. Hi,
okay.
Mike.
Welcome on the mic. Good to see you, brother. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Breezy. Miss Brandy's in the house. Good to see you, my dear. Yes, and yes, I did get my speakers. Thank you. They're not as loud as I thought they would be. I haven't really hooked them up yet. They advertised them to be these great things, and they're just not. But here they are, folks.
Very cool.
And they actually, if I can do it right, they do this too. They're listed as a gaming speaker. I don't know,
Huh.
but you can do that with
Oh,
them.
cool.
Like a bar. So yeah.
Hello,
So
Miss Boone.
Miss Boone's in the house. What's up? What's up? They do look bigger in the picture, Brandy. But thank you so much for that, my dear. Did you get the shirt mock-ups I sent? I don't think I did. Did you send it via email, my dear?
Was
20 people now. Wait a
was
little
that
bit
the
longer.
one?
Let's
Let's
get
see.
rolling.
She sent
Was that the Sherlock Holmes and me?
Meatball Detective and the tomato splatter.
Yeah. That
Is
was
that what she's talking about?
on vacation. It's 5 o'clock already, brother. I don't know. That's what I'm looking to see if I got anything else.
Yeah, you showed that
Let me see here.
last week Sunday, one day. Oh, it's on shirts though and new pics. So she must send you new ones. Molly made a good point. She said she would have bags ready to go just in case they evacuate you.
Okay, hold on a minute. I don't see anything, Dober Mom. Did you send it via email? Because I don't see it yet. Let me see. I have to check for whatever reason, sometimes with my email, like I'll get things from you that come direct to email, and then sometimes they go into my spam for whatever reason, but it's from the same person, so it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's there.
Yeah, Dober Mom, go ahead and resend it.
Hold on, everyone. Oh, wait, let me see. What's that?
I'll be right back.
Aha. Yes, ma'am. Take your time. Ah, wow, check that out. How did you even do that? Well, that's kind of cool. Oh, I wait to FMG football mad gamer 110%. What? Yo, you think she'll be in the river? Welcome, by the way, FMG. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us today. Pamela says, I think something is off. Many people who put a harness on a dog seldom remove them. Having said that, Nicola was seen on 3 different fields that backs onto the river. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, we're going to see all that too, by the way. She's got many photos of the dog being wet and without a harness or lead. Ah. So, like, as if maybe the dog fell into the water and she was trying to save the dog and she fell back in, maybe. That could make sense too, FMG. Your magic, huh? That's pretty wild looking. I like that. It's different when you see it on an actual t-shirt. You know what I mean? Dago, TruCrime channel. And you could change that wording around to whatever you wanted, couldn't you? Like to put in like the True Crime Cafe, and then because that's the cool thing about this. That's pretty wild. I like that. She would have jumped rather than fall. Like jumped in to grab the dog. Yeah, you're probably right to save the dog if the dog went in. I'm just trying to like figure out how the dog may have ended up in there first, and then so yeah, that does make sense. FMG, that does definitely. Well, let's see who we got still coming. Thought you would like it. It does say Dago True Crime. No, I see that one. Yeah, Dago True Crime Channel. Now, like, but what I'm saying is that can you change the lettering on stuff like that or the wording and like reposition it, or is that like a permanent type thing? The duck or something could have made a wave and she thought it was the dog. No dog was there. She assumes it's underwater and jumps in and hits her head. And oh my god, that's a great theory, actually. That's a great theory. That's pretty awesome, Dover Mom. I love that. I really do. I like the way setup is. That's really cool. Very cool. Yeah, you guys, this is look pretty cool, guys. Wait till you see this. As soon as Mama Bear comes back, I'll throw it up here. That's a great theory, actually. FMG. That makes a lot of sense. The ground is solid due to frost at the time and no slip marks. Ah, but here's the thing, though, Pamela. Like he was just, sir, he or she. I don't know what you are. I'm sorry because you're new to my channel. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But FMG said that and made a great point. If the dog went in, she probably would have jumped into the water to try to save the dog. In turn, there would be no slip marks or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? It would have just been like a jump in. I would imagine. That's a very good point, though, Pamela. If you think about it from the other side of it, though, about her slipping in, and there was none, and not a crime at all. Be plenty of traffic cameras monitoring back Blackpool and Garstang Road. Okay. I take it you live in that area, FMG? And there is a witness, folks, that I'm going to show you a video on that did come forward finally. Um, it's a through road from Blackpool to the A6. Okay. I don't know the area very well, but I understand what you're saying in Fleetwood. Okay. Oh, that's two different ways. I just noticed that. You can do it with or without the crime scene tape. I like it with the crime scene tape, I think. That's pretty cool. I kind of like that. A lot, actually. It looks completely different on a t-shirt. It's weird. When like I liked the design to begin with when you showed it to me before, but when you throw it on a t-shirt, it looks really cool. You want to see something, hon? Hold on, folks. You know, she liked it. She said it's cute, Dober Mom. Lance, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Look at all these meatballs in here. Welcome, you guys. Thanks for coming on in and jumping in the sauce with us today. I appreciate it. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. That's what I liked. That's what Mama Bear liked about it too, because the smashed tomato is the crime scene. I kind of you gotta love it. It's original if nothing else. That's really cool. See, somebody was talking about making a plushy me. I think it'd be cooler to have plushy meatballs. Do you know what I'm saying? Welcome
Okay,
back.
I'm back.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. I would leave my phone on the bench if there is no one around and you plan to jump in the water, rescue your dog. Absolutely, that does make sense, FMG. So check this out, Mama Bear.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is pretty cool. I'm sorry. We saw the design the other day, but check it out on a t-shirt.
Oh, how cute. Super cute.
That's what my wife just said too. Isn't it kind of cool?
Yeah.
cool, I think. Let me blow it up a little bigger so you can see it better. But yeah, that's really neat.
That is.
And I was talking about somebody had mentioned, I can't remember, I think it was Holly Anomaly had said something about making plushy Dago dolls, right? But I think it would be cool to actually make like plushy meatballs.
Mm,
I think that would be neat. You know
Plushy
what I
meatballs
mean?
would be cute.
And,
Hmm.
yeah, realistically, seriously, with little eyeballs and stuff, that'd be neat. That looks great, though. Thank you, Dober Mom. That is awesome. I love that.
Sell those as
That'd be,
merch.
yeah, absolutely. Well, when I eventually get to the point where I can do that, I'm not that large yet, but that is really cool. I love
Yeah,
it. I really do.
I could
A
make
plu-
them, but it'd be a slow process.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. The way she did it, I'm sure we could change it to the actual the channel name, the True Crime Cafe right here, and then put my name over here or something if you wanted to, like with Dago or the Dago's True Crime Cat, however you wanted to do it. I mean, I think that's cool as hell the way it is, but
Yeah.
um, I can't get past it. I love it. Kind of like dice, you can hang it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the little fuzzy meatballs, you could hang it from your rear mirror like the dice. Kids would love them, I would think. Juan's in the house. What's up? What's up? That's a good point too, FMG. Very good point. Welcome, FMG guys. New to the channel,
Hi,
probably from,
Lance.
and would still have to get to the part. Yeah, you would see somebody carrying somebody, and it was during the day. It was broad daylight, so it wasn't like it was nighttime. Kitty's in the house. Kitty, kitty, kitty.
Mm.
What's his name again? Or her name?
Little Bean.
Little Bean. That's what we used to call my granddaughter when she was a baby.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got 21 folks. I guess.
That's good.
But again, thank you so much, Deborah. That's very awesome. I could have the hat. Here we go. All right, folks. What's up, Little Bean?
Molly.
Little Bean. Are you helping Mama today?
Yep. Mm.
Molly could have.
Hi.
Meow meow. I'm not sure I want a pair of meatballs. All righty then. I can get that one. I understand. Was it MG? People just balls with a hat. All right. Good golly, Miss Molly. All right, folks. Let me bring this up and give you guys an introduction to it first. Yes, there's a kitty. That's Little Bean Kitty. Are you feeling like family, Molly? Molly Cat? That's what I call her now when I'm talking to her. Discord is Molly Cat. Why is this doing this? Oh, I gotta get rid of this. Hold on. What is going on? Hold on, guys. It is arguing with me for whatever reason. Maybe that's why. No. Again, if anybody happens to see an ad, please let me know. Meow. Yes, yes. Molly's a cat. We know. All right. Let's get this rolling. Or did you have anything that you wanted to go with first? Or do you want me to go ahead and get it rolling?
Nope. Go ahead.
No? Okay. Just making sure. Just making sure. I feel like my dogs are the sharks in Finding Nemo. I'm like, gotcha, friend. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. All right. So it has been 10 days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, almost. She went missing
The
January 27th. Yes, at 8:03 a.m. I think it was that they were saying was the last time they seen or heard her. I think. Let me see here. Wow, I can even hear her purring. She's happy. Lord.
Sorry.
Right. Let's. Oh, I don't. No, no, no. Don't apologize. I love cats, so I'm happy with that. Don't apologize. All right, let me find the best one to start you off with, guys.
So I have at 8:53 in the morning, she sent an email to the employer.
Yeah.
At 9:01, she joined the Teams call.
What time?
9:01 is when she
Okay.
joined the call.
Yep, that is what I had too. What I meant was that 8:34 was the last time another human being physically saw her. I'm guessing, like in the park is what I meant. But that was based on a statement that I had saw. Whether that's true or not, we don't know yet. Okay, I guess here's what I can do, guys. I'll just give you the press conference to start off with and give you where that goes, and we'll move from there. That'll give you all the details, the information. We'll move from there. 1 second.
Therefore, the time.
Oh, wait a minute. Wrong way. Where did it go? It never fails. Thank you, Miss Brandy. Very much appreciated. Very much appreciated. Anybody that would like to support me in the channel, there are the links for PayPal, Cash App, and the Venmo, and I do appreciate you so much. All right, let's see here. Yep, here we go. 8:50 a.m.
Good afternoon, thank you.
Oh, 1 second. It's moving faster than it's supposed to be. And please, as always, let me know the audio if you can hear it clearly. If I do adjust anything, and I apologize ahead of time if my internet does its stupid little things that it likes to do. All right, and we're off.
I'm Superintendent Sally Riley. I'm the Operations Manager for Lancaster, Morecambe and Wyre. It's been a week now since Nicola Bulley. Her family, particularly her partner, her children, her parents and her sister, are for their patience and dignity and strength at this time. In the last 7 days since Nicola went missing today, the police have done an inquiry to try and find Nicola and to bring her home to her family. In particular, the search is focused on the river bank and the river here in St Michael's. An unprecedented number of search resources have been searching the river and the bank. This includes drone, police divers, sonar equipment, pole cameras, shallower parts of the river. We've also had search dogs that are specially trained in the area from both the boat and the riverbank. The area where Nicola went missing, but also upstream of where she went missing, and the 15 kilometres or so. We've been assisted in this by the Coast Guard, by RNLI, by colleagues from other forces, and the Lancaster Area Search and Rescue, and I want to thank them for their assistance. Unfortunately, we have not still found Nicola, but our search does continue. As well as the river search, we've also undertaken a 1 kilometre physical search of the open ground in a radius from the crossing. This has included open ground, empty buildings and their gardens, to no avail so far. As well as search officers, we've had a number of people and staff in the area, officers and PCSOs receiving community intelligence and offering that visible presence to the local community to answer any questions and to allay any concerns. At the same time, a dedicated team of investigators who often assist missing people inquiries has been working on this tirelessly. They have undertaken extensive house-to-house inquiries. They've checked numerous CCTV, dash cam, and they've traced and now spoken to a number of key witnesses. They have spoken to about Nicola's lifestyle, her daily walks and so on. All this has built up a really rich picture of life to have a very tight timeline, some details of which we've already released about Nicola's last whereabouts and what she was doing in Israel. I'm just going to take you through some of those. So at 8:43 last Friday, Nicola was seen on the river path walking towards the island. A few later at 8:47, she was seen in the lower field with her dog Willow and her mobile phone, which was on view. At 8:53, she sent an email to her boss on her phone, and at 9:01, she joined a Teams work call. All of this was normal behaviour for Nicola. This was not out of the ordinary, and nothing different or unusual happened during those calls and emails. At 9:10, she was seen off the lead. Again, this was normal. The dog was not in its harness, and the lead wasn't on the dog, which was all part of Nicola's daily routine. At 9:20, through inquiries we've made, we believe that her phone was on the bench. At 9:30, the Teams meeting ended, but Nicola's phone didn't. At 9:33, a witness found Nicola's dog Willow running between the gate to the field and when located. Also found by that witness was the dog harness, which was on the ground. Therefore, the time that we are particularly interested in is between 9:10, the last confirmed sighting, and when his phone was found on the bench. Sorry, not found on the bench, when Nicola's phone was on the bench, believed to be on the bench, found at around 9:33. The witness made numerous inquiries to try and find the owner of the phone, not knowing whose phone it was, and indeed whose dog it was. That led the witness to recognise the dog as Nicola's, and the school to which Nicola's children go was alerted at 10:50, as was her family. This means that we've only a 10-minute window in which we cannot account for Nicola's movements. Teams have taken a number, as I said, of dash cam, CCTV and ring doorbell footages. This has allowed us to eliminate any trace so far of Nicola. So we believe that Nicola was in the Riverside area and remained in the Riverside area. We remain open to any inquiries that might lead us to question that, but at this time, we understand that she was by the river. Our main working hypothesis, therefore, is that Nicola had sadly fallen into the river, that there is no third party or criminal involvement, and that this is not suspicious, but a tragic case of a missing person. This is particularly important because speculation otherwise can be really distressing for the family and for Nicola's children.
Absolutely.
In terms of what we would like from the public, I would like to thank them, particularly Nicola's neighbours and the community of St Michael's and the wider area, who've come out in force to help in the search for Nicola. I do have an update on the clothing that Nicola was last seen wearing, and this is something that the public who live in the area or who walk their dogs on the river path near to St Michael's or downstream of St Michael's towards Morecambe Bay can look out for. They are an ankle-length black quilted gilet jacket, a black Engels waist-length coat, which was worn underneath the gilet, tight-fitting black jeans, long green walking socks, tucked ankle-length green next wellies, and a necklace and a pale blue fit. It's really important to pay heed to those very specific clothing descriptions, please. Those factual sightings. We also appeal to any remaining dash cam footage that may not yet have been submitted, if people have that relating to the Garstang Lane area of St Michael's. Please, can the public continue to report information that they have and not speculation as to what may have happened to Nicola, because this is a distraction to the police inquiry and not helpful for people to keep themselves safe in this inquiry. People going out at night in the darkness could fall into the river and face ice. If they go out in boats on the river, please only do so if you've got experience in doing that. We don't want people to be in danger. To underline the support given to the family. It is, as I've said, an agonising time for them, parents, as well as many, many friends and neighbours and well-wishers in the local community. We are supporting her family with specially trained officers and staff, and I'd like to thank the wider community for all the support that they've given during this very difficult inquiry. Thank you. To take questions if there are any. All the telephony and digital inquiries are being handled by the inquiry team, so all of that data will be looked at. Thank you. Hi. Yeah. No, not so far, unfortunately. No, that's why I particularly appeal around any clothing that could be found. Nothing has been found in the river. I should say that the river is tidal below the weir, so if you see repeated searches of, it's not necessarily because we found something of note, it's because the river movement is complex and we are taking advice from academic specialists in water movement around Cullen. Not that I understand, no. And again, this was normal. It was a large Teams call. She was one of many people on the call, and I wouldn't have expected that. Thank you. Through telephony inquiry. No. Hi. Not I'm aware of today. Clearly the public are very well intentioned, quite rightly. They don't know whether it is of particular use or not, and obviously we can judge that, can't we? But so far it's taken a lot of effort and diligence to go through all I did, and we'll continue to do that right through the weekend and into next week. Hello. Can you tell us a bit about how many calls or pieces of information you have for them? And I can't call a good time people to think back, particularly if they have perhaps a particular work pattern where maybe they might be working on a Friday or not working on a Friday. It's again Friday today, and that will probably take them back to what they were doing last Friday. Were they driving through St Michael's at around 9:15? Were they dropping children off? Were they going off to work? What were they doing last Friday that they might always do? That would be helpful for us to know if it's relevant to the inquiry. Yeah, several of the exits from the Riverside area are either locked or they're covered by CCTV. So we've been able to look at that CCTV, negate Nicola leaving the local area. Areas that are not covered by CCTV is where we've been particularly interested in dashcam footage. So that's Garstang Lane leading to the A586. If we can delay that 10-minute window in particular and a few minutes either side, then we will know definitively that she has not left the area because of the lack of footage or footage showing that she didn't pass by. But we are as sure as we can be that Nicola did not leave the area. No. All the exits to the area that she was, as I say, are either locked, covered by CCTV, or Garstang Lane were revealed dashcam footage to cover that gap. At the point where the bench is located, there is quite a steep drop to the little, albeit not high, it is steep. And therefore, we speculate as to what may have happened. It is our working hypothesis that she's entered the water accidentally. And that's why there is nets on the field. She can swim, yes. It's different depths, actually, which is why we've had some staff wading the river and some search. But as I say, the sheer number, actually an unprecedented amount of technical equipment, the sonars, the pole cameras, the dogs, the surface searches, is really so very thorough that we have discounted finding anything in that immediate area underwater. We're not considering, we've clearly considered all picture. And the phone was back on the bench at 9:20 or thereabouts. Yeah, details every day. What we're intending to do over the next few days is all relayed to the family so that they're kept updated and aware. Yeah. The dog was off the lead. This was normal for the dog to run about, and Nicola was on a Teams call, which again, it would be normal to sell and just to have the phone to listen in effectively. You do, but anything could have happened with the dog, whereby Nicola may have gone, and I don't wish to speculate, no, but it is possible as the dog was loose and off the lead, that there may have been an issue with the dog that led her to go near to the water's edge. She puts the phone down to go and deal with the dog momentarily, so that is a possibility. The dog was dry, yes. Yes.
So the dog was dry completely. So
we don't believe the dog was in the river because the dog, we believe, was dry, and the witnesses who were part of the timeline of the dog, for example, swimming in the river or jumping into the river. So we assume the dog didn't get into the river, but we don't know why Nicola may have entered the water if she did. Well,
yep.
Clearly,
part of that theory.
Our partners continue to assist us in that. So there are lots of things that we'll be doing over the weekend in terms of water, surface, and riverbank searching, and our partners will be working with us into next week. But it's too early to say at this stage how long it will be. I'm going to take one more question, if I may.
Yes.
Someone hasn't yet answered.
The window they're talking about, Breed 10 and 920.
This is a large rural area with a long stretch of river. All I can say is that we are doing absolutely everything possible. We are working tirelessly, long hours, with a very large team of both plainclothes and specialist uniformed officers to try and do everything we can to bring Nicola home to her family. But it's a very complex and challenging situation, and we hope for a good outcome. Well, as each day goes on, we're much more concerned for Nicola's safety, but we have the best minds and the best trained officers available to us, as well as a number of very potential possible way of improving our chances of finding Nicola are being exploited. Thank you. Okay.
And that is it, folks. All right. So that is the press conference for that day. Okay. And that basically gives everybody the basis of what's going on, the time span, the time to understand the window that between that they're concentrating on is between doing its own thing again. Like I said, the time span or the window, I'm sorry, between 9:10 and 9:20 is where they're concentrated at. Let me see. I want to give you guys a bit of a look at the area for those of you that aren't familiar with it. I have a map here. Not if they pulled her in that hut. Okay. Well, there's that too. Well, law enforcement is saying they don't believe there's any foul play involved. Okay. FMG is saying that they don't believe that there's any foul play involved. That doesn't mean there isn't, guys. Um, I mean, here, folks, here's a map, and I guess I just use this. Thank you, Dober Mom. All right, so this is the Sky News map that they put up. Let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger for you guys to see. Let me. Hopefully that helps a little bit. That should be a little bit more helpful. Because if I blow it up anymore, that's about as big as I can blow it up right there. You guys see that okay? Okay, so last seen here approximately 9:15 on Friday. Okay, right here in this area here. And this is where the river footpath is. And then we have this here too. Okay. This is where she was last seen walking here on this path here. Blackpool Lane, and then the bench where her phone was found. And I kind of think that FMG would be correct because this did happen in broad daylight. That as far as anybody abducting her and taking her out of the park, somebody would have to have seen her being carried out of the park or drug or whatever it was out of the park in broad daylight. You know what I'm saying? Now, somebody back here said does anybody have any questions about this map or this map by any chance? I can't see the comments, Mama Bear. If you can read them, let me know.
Okay. Do you know the name of the park by chance?
The park name? I would think that Pamela, what's the name of the park? That's weird. I never did actually look at the name of the park. With everything else we were looking at, I didn't see that.
And let's see. Pamela said, if I left my dogs on a walk, I know for a fact they would run after me. Did she walk away leaving the dog? Hence why Willow was seen running back and forth to the gate.
But yeah, and that was the next comment I was going to make. The dog was running between the gate and the bench. Nowhere else, right?
Right.
The gate and the water edge, basically, per se. So if she would have walked off and then was grabbed in a different location, if we're going to go with the abduction theory, and was grabbed in a different location, I would think the dog would go to that location as well, correct?
You would think.
That's just a thought. Or if, like we said earlier, if she would have went in the water, the dog would have kept going to the water's edge, I would think too. So
yeah.
Where do we go? Do you know what I mean?
FMG
I mean, typically, I'm not saying that.
Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. I was just.
Okay. FMG said, and even going across the other fields, as the field coast is flat, someone would see them running.
So over here.
I think so.
Is this the field over here, FMG, that you're talking about? The entrance on the top right is quite locked up, according to Google Maps. One of the roads has got a gate. So up here, okay.
Okay, Molly, it's not a park. It's open land that leads you to the river.
Right. I don't know why I said park, guys. I'm sorry. Because the bench and stuff like that, it just came to mind. Sorry about that. Any field, it's all flat. Okay. So there's no hills, there's no differences in the land. So I got you. It's all flat. Unless the dog didn't see what happened to her.
Yeah.
That's a good point, Breezy. I never thought of that.
And Dobermom, they said that her Fitbit had not synced up with her phone since the Tuesday prior. So there's no information that they can use from the Fitbit.
Well, that explains that question the other day.
Yeah.
Was it you that asked that question about being able to?
Yeah, and then I heard that later, and I was like, okay, darn
Right.
it.
I got you.
Hi, Cece.
Welcome, Miss Cece, the sweetest lady on the internet. It is so great to have you here. Great to see you. Hope you had a great weekend. So no info on Fitbit regards heart rate, etc. Right. Kim, we had a 7.3. Oh yeah. Welcome, Kim. Good to see you. Wait, Kim, where is Kim?
She was here.
Do I see her?
Yeah,
I don't
she
see
was
her.
here.
I saw her name, but I don't see her now. That's weird. Oh, there she is. Welcome, Kim. Good to have you here. Thanks for joining us today. Hope you're having a great day, and I hope you had a wonderful weekend, all you guys. You as well, Miss Cece. It was a 4.4 magnitude. That's pretty good. It's great to have you, Cece. So that's the map, folks. I would look on Google Maps so you can get a better understanding of the area. Okay. We can do that. We can do that. Let me bring this down here real quick. Make sure we're all. Nope, we're not doing that.
Kim, was the earthquake today?
Yeah.
Wow.
There was one today.
The big ones in Syria and Turkey.
Right. What'd you say? Yeah. My wife just said that there was like 1,800 people deceased. It's really bad.
Up to 2,400.
Oh, is it really? That's horrible. I'm so sorry to hear that. No, guys, for those of you that do it, put your prayers out for everybody over there right now because that's horrible. That's absolutely horrible. Good Lord.
I'm doing good, CC. How are you?
Turkey has had 2 earthquakes. Oh, okay. Pamela's saying 2,600. I knew Turkey. Okay. Good Lord.
Yeah.
God, that's so sad. Like I said, guys, if you're into it, send a prayer that way for all those people and their families, please. If at the very least. All right, now let me have you guys watch this real quick too. This is the witness. I wanted you guys to hear this and see this too. And again, police are and I think it's because they don't want the family, and I don't blame them. They're warning against speculation in a lot of different versions on this, as far as foul play goes and stuff like that. And I get it. Because they don't want the family to think bad things if it's worse than what it is. Do you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
What's that, Brandy?
Hi, Brandy.
I thought she was in here already.
She was, and then she wasn't. Now she is again. And
in and out.
Like a little frog, hoppity here, hoppity there.
You're just hopping all over the place. All right, here we go, guys. Um, And yeah, she was 45 years old, guys. Or she is 45 years old, guys. I'm sorry. Lancashire. Okay, so I thought that was the witness. That must have been the other side. I'm sorry, guys. I clicked 2 of them, but anyway, I thought that was the interview with the witness. They both have the same title on them. Where is that one? All right. This will give you more insight into it. I can't find it. I must have clicked on the wrong one when I downloaded it.
I'm a ninja.
Ninja, huh? All right. We have this here. Thank you, Breezy. Very much so. Very much so. Prayers for her daughters, her husband. Absolutely. All right.
This is a small Lancashire town in a desperate search. Where no one, Nicola Bulley, they pulled what looked like a green chair. Information calling now for this key witness to come forward. Seen here pushing a police on Friday morning. Continues. Nicola Bulley is too soon for condolences. That the police theory that Nicola fell into the river is not accept.
As far as we are aware, evidence the police have been with the
Thank you, Miss Cece.
Towards that river. This is not adding up a huge scale, which makes because something is not making sense.
Search hub in the village tennis club. A map of the local.
No, Nicola for 20 years with the family, and come and look
Along the riverbank here, or
Lee Ward has met Lee, doesn't know her family, but he's
on the news.
So much appreciated.
Nicola Bulley's friends and family. The investigation an extent. It's covered 15 kilometers.
Okay, so these are the fields that FMG is talking about. See how flat everything is, guys? Other than like right here and over here. But this is not really so deep that you wouldn't see something. You know what I mean? I wouldn't think, at least. But look how flat that is for how far it goes. In these little, I guess these would be considered ditches, right?
Yeah, or like a ravine.
Like a ravine or a drain. It looks like almost like a drainage for the river, maybe. The way they go down, they go all the way back. But again, like I said, they don't look so deep. I don't know what the depth is on these things here. Maybe those of you that live over there might know, but I mean, they don't look like they'd be deep enough to where you wouldn't see or find somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is beautiful, though. By the way, I could see why anybody would want to walk their dogs there. That's crazy. Marshland. Okay, I got you.
Miss Boone, the UK version of AWP is out there today.
Yeah, I have that too, guys. Just so you know. The UK version of AWP, right? Good way to call it.
And where her phone and dog was found. Full search and rescue experts and believes police need to
say she's not there. I mean, we can walk up and down ramps, but maybe them resources could be in other places.
Friends, family, even strangers are not giving up hope. They will continue their search for a mother who went for a walk and has not come home. Catherine Patozzi, Sky News, Lancashire.
This is really sad. I feel really bad for her family right now,
Yeah.
especially the children that have no idea. And the husband, I couldn't imagine, you guys. There's no way.
I think they're 6 and 9. The
Yeah,
girls.
they're very
Yeah.
very
So
young.
they're
Okay, this is from 6 hours ago. And this is the well, like Mama Bear said, the UK's version of AWP. Um, I don't know exactly what to call them because I don't have a specific name for them right now. But this was 6 hours, guys. Like I said. And they have an extra dive squad they're using. So this must be the specialty, like the specialists, and they have the local police diving squad too. And they're using sonar. See there, down here? It's the same type thing AWP does. So that's awesome. Yes. Well, okay. I think your question was already answered. Then you said, Kim. Some of these things just end so quick. And underwater search team, which was the other
Footage of
side of
Nicola
it.
Bulley.
Just to explain that and show you guys who that was real quick. Dave, that's a 411. Yeah, would be a good one.
Her disappearance has been shared by her. Was loading her car for the school run before going on Riverside Walk.
Well, the search is continuing this morning for the 45-year-old. Let's cross over to our reporter, Sophie Reed. Good morning to you, Sophie.
Right, Pamela.
It seems as though this search is intensifying a little bit.
Latest update that we have, you mentioned there, Eamon, was that pictures were released yesterday of
This was put out 10 hours ago, guys.
27th of January, the morning that she went missing. Now, the images would take the doorbell. They'd show her wearing a long, dark coat with her hair pulled into a ponytail as she loaded her car ahead of taking her 2 children to school. Now, that morning, we know that Nicola
kind of looks like Adele
for a walk down the banks of the River Wyre. And police say they're focusing on what they're calling a crucial 10-minute window between 10 past 9 and 20 past 9 that morning. We know that at 1 minute past 9, Nicola logged into a Teams meeting, and that at 10 past 9, she was recognized by someone who knew her. But after that, things become a lot less certain. We know that she remained logged into that Teams meeting even after it finished at 9:30. And we know that her phone was then found at 9:33 by another dog walker who also found her dog Willow running around nearby. Now, police say their main working hypothesis is that Nicola got into difficulties and fell into.
Okay, now I have a problem with. It's been 10 days. If she was in that water, you would think there would be something that would have showed up by now.
right.
Whether if she hit her head, you'd see her floating somewhere. If it's not fast moving, she could have gotten hooked up on a stick or in a cove or something. I mean, I don't know the river very well, but I mean, I'd venture to say that after 10 days, you would think there'd be something.
You would think.
Near water, point of separation, open forest area, definitely A41. Yeah, definitely, Miss Boone. That's a good point. It's very weird. I don't know. I can't. I don't want to be like, jump in a rabbit hole or anything with this, but I mean, there's too many things that point away from the fact that she may have fallen in the water. Am I wrong?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I saw something where her parents said that there was no signs of like where she would have slipped, into the water or anything like that.
Well, that's what Pamela said too. That's yeah. I mean,
You would think a piece of clothing or something, maybe.
yeah.
I don't know if she had a hat on or
something,
Yeah.
based on what she was wearing. This doesn't make sense to me, folks. And the way the dog was reacting, and I don't know like what the news is like over there, but I'm sure it's all over the news, especially in that local area, because they're wanting people to see her and to see what's going on if they have seen her, right or wrong. That's my thought. But this is strange.
So somebody may have answered this already. The gate, what does that go to? Or
that goes out. I think FMG said it goes out to Garth End Road.
okay, so it goes out to a road.
I believe. How you doing, Steve? That's what I think. Don't quote me. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. It's just something's off with this because, like I said, I'm 10 days. If she's in a river that's in that specific area, okay, you're gonna figure they're gonna find a piece of clothing, if not her alone. If she did happen to, knock on wood, and I hate to say this, drown,
right?
She'd be floating somewhere somehow. They would have seen her by now. I'm sure that they've had underwater divers looking. They've had divers above the water, on the water looking. That nobody's seen anything. This doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had people. I did water rescue when I was on the fire department. We've had people fall into the lakes, the rivers, and we usually find them within 24 hours from the spot that we're shown that they drop in at. If that's the case, or at least in the vicinity, within 24 hours, there's something found. Okay, there's been nothing with this, guys. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
The river flows out to the estuary at Fleetwood and Morecambe Bay, as we say. Estuary being the ocean, I believe. Is that what you're saying, Pamela? And Breezy's saying that again. There's no signs of her near the water. No evidence that she went in the water. There was no skid marks from the side where you would see people like slipping. Everything was undisturbed. That's the thing that gets me. The dog was dry, so she didn't go in to save the dog. Because regardless of, the dog would have still been soaked. It's like a park in front, right? That's what it looked like to me. Estuary is a wider part of the river that leads to open water Irish Sea. Okay. Now, did they have helicopters up, Pamela, that you know of? It's walking all over Google Earth. Yes, police coppers have been up. Okay, and that was like immediate, and still going on, and they're not seeing anything either. That's what I'm saying, guys. That makes no sense. If a chopper is up, and you saw this land, how flat it is, there's no mountains or anything to overcome it or anything like that. They're gonna see something, folks.
Yeah.
This is the problem I have. Okay, Pokemon Go is good for this too. A lot of up-to-date maps and user pick. Okay, I got you. But yeah, I mean, let's think about that for a minute. If you're throwing choppers up, and this is flatland, like I showed you, I just showed you it was, you're gonna see something. And why aren't they seeing anything? There's no signs of struggle at the bench either. That's yeah. I understand, Overmom. I understand. Let me throw this over here, guys, and check this out here too, real quick. I'm gonna give you guys as much info on this as you can get.
Hey, Lance, maybe we could do a Randonautica and find her.
Who is one almost good of you to take the time out this Saturday morning to speak to us, Charlie. So the police have heard you say fell to a tragic accident. What's your assessment, having watched events unfold over the last 8 days or so?
That would seem to be the obvious thing to work on, and obviously important to eliminate that by doing the searches if it's not the case. Which has been supported by the press statements from the police, and so it's not just about the river, but that seems
to be a little bit of amongst the information was given out by the police for the investigation.
Unfortunately, one of the realities of working in this case is that you don't always get that out of such a strongly worded statement so early. But reading through the details.
Yeah, that doesn't, and it doesn't seem like a very deep river. I mean, some parts of it, I guess it does drop off to 13 feet, you're saying, but you can see the bottom in most places. So that's kind of, I don't know.
Yeah, missing persons inquiries do rely on the public's help, don't they, so often? Is there a danger that the public may now think, well, it was a tragic accident, we can perhaps take our eye off the ball a little bit, we don't need to bother looking at that dash cam footage or whatever it might be?
I think it is important to keep those other lines of inquiry open and tell the public to look for someone might be on information that they think is unimportant but could make a significant difference. So it is important to keep that going and to look at all of the opportunities.
Yeah, of course. Tell me how it works when a call initially comes into police about a missing person. What's the immediate assessment that's made?
Well, it has to be assessed against the information that's already known, and the veracity of the call ascertained. They need to be interviewed to find out exactly what it is that they saw. Sadly, the police will get a number of calls from people who are fantasising about what they might have seen, or think they've seen things that aren't. So it needs to be filtered through, assessed, and then move forward. But
it's about how quickly missing persons inquiries are solved.
Tend to go and then come back. The next big tranche of them. So when it goes on longer, it is more concerning. But some go on for many, many years without being resolved. As one family I worked with, Damien Nettles, he was 16 and went into the water when he was 16. It's never been found.
Yeah, really tragic. And the average demographic of someone who goes missing in the UK?
The vast majority of them mid-teens. They unrest at home or in their situation go missing very regularly. The spread across the country is fairly, and the groups are very evenly distributed. The last data we have that the police had in 2021 was the 266,600 plus calls for assistance in relation to missing persons.
And this case, then, from everything you've said, is pretty unusual, and the police almost seems like are floundering a little bit at this stage. From all your experience as a police officer and as an expert in missing people inquiries, what happens at this stage on day 9?
Well, it's review evidence and the information that's available, making sure they're covering all of the relevant areas, reviewing the search activity to make sure that is being properly done. There's been a huge amount of effort put into that in a very, very difficult environment, incredibly difficult to search rivers with this level of certainty. But it's a review process, looking back, reflecting, and I try to identify any new lines of investigation and inquiry, and also being able to fully understand everything about Nicola. It needs to be intrusive, but we need to fully understand what's going on to see if there are any other reasons why she might have gone missing.
I'm joined by a good friend of Nicola's, Emma White. Good to see you again, Emma. We keep calling her Nicola. You knew her as Nikki.
Why did I do that? Sorry, folks. Yeah, I saw that there, Pamela. Thank you.
Yes.
Your thought today, when you heard what went through your mind?
Let's just take today was a 7-day milestone. It was a roller coaster in itself.
Sorry about that, guys.
We were out there with the banners. So then to hear just in the afternoon that had driven awareness, influx of calls, that hope was ignited. I couldn't tell you the feeling like something's got to come of all this information. We then get the news bulletin and it comes up with this hypothesis, then that sinking feeling again. And I just wanted to quote, so what we're saying is, what struck a chord, she said the search continues to no avail, and obviously a hypothesis is unlimited information. And when we're talking about a life, we can't base it on a hypothesis. Surely we need this factual evidence. And like you just both said, that's what the family and us are all holding on to, that we're actually no further on than sadly last Friday. We still have no evidence. And that's why we're out again in force.
Yeah, I can sense frustration in your voice. Do you feel frustrated?
It's not frustrated, but you don't base life on a hypothesis, do you? You absolutely can have hypotheses, but then you have factual.
Do you think it might almost have been better not to have mentioned that, to have just said we don't have any new information, but we are still appealing for help, we are still appealing, like they did, dash cam footage and the like, but actually not necessarily saying that is now their theory?
100%, and I think we just said we talked to the family, obviously discussed that with the family. We didn't believe it was going to go into a live news bulletin when it is this hypothesis, so yeah. Yeah,
you're great friends with Nikki and Paul. What's Paul saying this morning? Did you have a chance to speak to him after the conference yesterday?
Yeah, as soon as we heard, we said, what's the message? And it was just like, keep going until we find something factual.
And you were here chatting to me yesterday, and you were so buoyed up. The police have had more calls, haven't they? They have had more information through. Did you get any sense of what that information might have been?
No, all I know, it was a significant influx of calls that they had to bring another 101 team in to answer the calls. So when you hear that news coming from the police, you think, oh my, there has to be a glimmer, there has to be something coming from that today, just to give a line of inquiry to go on. So when the news bulletin came, I thought, oh, they might have found something that we don't know. And we thank everybody that did come forward.
All right, Breezy, be careful.
To keep it to factual information. Like they could have received 100 calls on, I don't know, it's not relevant to the case.
Yeah, I don't know, Miss Molly. I'll look.
No, that's a good point. There's been a lot of talk about love chasing, and Emma understandably tried to retrieve Paul, simple as that, as you would do on dog walk. What do you think about it?
Obviously, a tennis ball, she looked at tennis balls, she should always be by you, pestering you for the ball, but it wasn't a nice walk when the dog's pestering, so the ball was definitely no ball.
Okay, well, that's really interesting. And as a dog owner, I know how annoying it can be having dogs obsessing over balls. So you don't think it would have been a ball?
No.
Okay. And finally, what is your message today to people watching this who will share your anguish? They'll share the family's anguish and their desperation that perhaps things are narrowing down now in terms of getting Nikki back. What's your message?
Again, yesterday they said they haven't explored all the avenues. We've got footage missing from Garstang Road, which is just outside of the river where you come into the gate for the walk. So we're appealing to dash cam information on that. Then when we explore that avenue, then hopefully the police can piece a bit more of the pitch together. I know people will be coming out in the force today. We've had message after message, and we thank you. We've got routes set up people. We've actually overnight I think you've already shared it. We've got this 10-foot illuminated box that actually drove from Blackpool to Preston last night. It's going to be driving around. It's going to be prominently in St Michael's that aware. And if someone can just shed a little bit of light to give us some evidence.
And it's just a simple phone call.
Simple phone call, and nothing's too small. But then again, don't clog the lines with trivia.
No. And for you, you're not ruling anything out.
Not ruling anything out, no. And we have to. I've always said, my children, Nikki's children, we've got to carry that hope. But until we find something, we can't go and tell them we have a hypothesis.
It's going to be tough for the little girls this weekend, isn't it?
Very, very much so. And we've all been about the routine, so they go into the clubs and doing what we normally do on a Saturday.
Right, and her partner. His name's Paul Ansel. He just put out a statement with the video that Pamela sent me stating that he has to get answers today because he can't put his children to bed tonight again with no answers. That's so very sad. I feel horrible at this point, guys. This is just horrible. Um, but I'm having problems with this too.
Joining me now is Charlie Hedges, who is one of the UK's foremost.
Why does it keep doing its own thing? I'm having issues too because, you know, like I said, it's all flat land, and I'm looking right now, Molly. I'm sorry. And because of that, you would think with helicopter people 30 foot this and that something would have been seen, in the river, in any of these embankments or anything. It's all flat, like it was. I showed you guys. There's nothing. There's not even a trace, folks. Nothing. There, usually you find a piece of clothing. You see this, you see that. There is nothing. This is almost it's crazy. Thank you, Molly. So we have a picture of that being on the river. This is a picture of the river on the river. Everyone is having problems with it locally. Absolutely. As I would too if I lived there. Okay, so looking at this picture and this picture, you see what I'm saying? Like, it would be pretty easy to see something, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I would think. Especially if you're overhead in a chopper.
Or even with a drone.
Something's off with this, guys. Yeah, and they had drones up. They were running drones, helicopters. They got people on the river. Multiple
I think they had
dive teams.
Underwater drones as well, I think.
Underwater, yeah. Yep, they had underwater drones, everything, guys. Nothing. There's something off with this. I'm sorry, but there is. Once again, I'm not trying to do the speculation down the rabbit hole thing. I'm just saying, like, it's been 10 days. Okay, even after 10 days, and I don't want to say it like this because it's really bad to say it like this, but after 10 days, in sense, like, bodies wash up, guys. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say it that way, but thank you, CC, so very much. Again, anybody that would like to donate to support me or the channel, there's the links there for PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App. And it is very much appreciated and welcome at this time, folks, and I appreciate that. So that's the problem I'm having with this. If it had been 3 days, 2 days, 5 days, even, okay. It's been 10 days. It's been over a week, a full week, folks, and there's not even a piece of clothing, a hat, or a piece of a jacket or something. Like, nothing has been found, guys.
Yeah.
It's just it doesn't fit for some reason. It's bugging me. I don't know. Yes, guys, if you could please hit that like button. I appreciate that. Let me check this to see if I'm getting any more updates. Yes, I'm linked into. Okay, I'll have to open that up as big as I can and show you guys. But this is sent from Pamela. If you can see it, that is what the estuary opens up into, which is the Irish Sea, I believe it is. That's a large body of water. Yeah. But again, if she made it that far down, if she did go into the water, if they got choppers and planes up in the air and drones, they're gonna see something.
You would think.
I mean, I really do. The other photo shows it better. All right, Pamela, thank you. Hold on. Let me find it. 1 second. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I would definitely think. Okay. Yeah, it kind of does. Yeah, it's just wide open water, guys. It's huge. Wow. You know what I mean? But it's all flat and calm at this point. like I said, if you're flying over, I would venture to say you'd see something. Another one there. But that the river goes into an estuary, which is just a wider opening, and then it goes from that in with probably like more of a canal, and then it goes into that. So again, thank you, Pamela. I'm not getting it, guys. I'm not getting it.
Mm-mm.
Something's off to me. That's just me. I'm not saying that I'm right, and I'm not even speculating. I'm just saying something is off.
Yeah.
Something doesn't make sense. I don't know. I don't know if anybody has opinions on it.
So with them saying no foul play, they're either thinking accident that she slipped in. Are they questioning an unaliving?
Like they've said that there was no foul play thus far. I don't have anything new. I don't think that nobody's said anything about self-unaliving. None of that. But again, she would be somewhere.
Right. Yeah.
I would think. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sorry, let me take that down. Sorry, guys. So in turn, I don't. What's that?
I said I was getting ready to say something. Watch your email.
Yeah. Well, I caught it. Thank the Lord. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. I just saw us covering this too. Okay. Let me see here. I'm gonna make sure I got everything I wanted to show you guys here. The newest stuff. 7 hours ago. I just showed you that one. Oh, okay. Yeah, now this is something I wanted to put up and show you guys. This caught my attention. And it was kind of like, wait a minute, okay.
I know.
All right. Now, I'm not saying this is factual or even speculation. I mean, it kind of is speculation, but it's something that was talked about with this gentleman here that I want you guys to hear and give me your opinion on. As soon as I get this to work. All right. Oh, the green. I got all these meatballs in here. It's awesome to see you guys. Okay.
I agree, Doberman.
That you've been if I'm surprised. Jonathan, normally, and then drivers. This is not really slowly. It's quite narrow, so quite great. Search a small section at a time. But I believe from the news reports that sonar has been brought in as the operator and the frequency. I worked on a case on Damien Tudge in Wales where he was 12 times with the sonar. It's called finding. So it depends on the operator. We can get the
Uh-oh. Oh man, we lost him. Let's see if he pops back up. Oh, there he is.
I'm not even going to tell you what it was because you already know. Sorry, guys.
It's like I see the
I'm
circle.
going to be making a phone call and swearing at somebody today. Right.
Santa.
Technology, this it sends sound waves. It hits an object and brings a return in. Now, because our gives image from the river, every stick, every stone laying on the bottom, and if we hit a
Okay. Are you kidding me? Yeah, it's definitely not Santa.
target, we can actually measure that target. And the body, if and we can then pinpoint it.
I'm making phone calls and yelling at people.
An underwater drone is effectively
I would too.
You can easily miss areas, and obviously it's poor visibility. You work with police force, you have local police force in court to help because of your expertise and the equipment that you have. We have southeast who cover London. So we are constantly called. We average about to cover the bodies of drowning victims. And John, well, both on land that came in that particular area. If you were part of the area, would be your priority? Well, I personally, is the evidence within the river at the moment. Obviously, we would put our sonar into left deep. You don't know if this has been left by a third party or deep, which is down to the river's edge. And I'd be looking at run our sonar along the river, and I would just see every part of that river, and you could quickly confirm or deny. Or perhaps your expertise is something that could be in this case, which say is into its ninth to get once again. Good to speak to you.
I think we might have lost him again. Ruh-roh, George. Hi. There he is.
I'm going to be saying a lot of bad words today is all I can say, guys.
Yeah, I would be too.
So, the decoy theory, it's kind of interesting if you caught all of that, or unless my internet cut everything out. But anyway, that's what he was saying. For those of you that may have not caught the whole thing, that there's very good possibility that, they had cases before where things were left as decoys to draw people's attention to that area. So how did, in a sense, he was kind of saying, like, how did the phone get down there in the first place? Why was she logged into this and that? So, I mean, these are other things to look at this point. Yeah. The brick hut was right next to the bench. The hedgerow would be perfect cover for someone. That's what I saw straight away. Well, then what happened? They didn't stay in the hut because I'm sure it's been searched by now.
And Pamela right below says it's a fishing permit hut. So
there's somebody in it.
Probably.
I would think. Interrogate the workers.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, at this point, there's nothing else, guys. We don't have nothing. Nobody does.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of weird. Like I said, this whole thing has got an odd flair to it to me. I don't know. Does anybody else have anything on it that you wanted to put in on it, or any comments, theories, opinions, anything? You're again more than welcome to call in. 234-703-4047 at any time, please. I don't know where to go, guys. It's only manned at certain times and days. Okay, that changes things a little bit. Now, again, this is broad daylight. It was early in the morning, so and FMG had a point earlier saying that you would have seen somebody being carried out of there or drug out of there or something, So what, did they go take her into the hut and wait till dark and then leave? That's kind of crazy because I'm sure they were searching before that, in a sense, so I don't know. I don't know what to say, guys.
Yeah, I don't know either. If she walked off the field via the gate, ring cameras would have her.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a good point. And that's everything I got on it, guys. I don't think, Mama Bear, you don't have anything more, do you?
No, I don't.
And I got you guys up to the most recent updates on it and everything. So that's
Unless
it right there.
Find anything from the specialty dive team in the next.
Right.
But it could take up to 3 days. So.
Now I'm going to get into my other theories on things, but I don't think sailing daters as much as people. Right. No, I understand. Yeah, no, I agree with you. Like I said, anybody that would like to give a call in, please feel free. There's the number 234-703-4047. Call us, tell us what you think, your opinion, theories, thoughts, anything on this. Again, guys, if you do it, please throw some prayers that direction of her family. They need it at this point, and some wishful thinking, good vibes, any of that, guys. Please welcome, Alexis. It's good to see you, dear.
Hi, Alexis.
Happy Monday to you. So was the pic that I sent the bench she was at? Yes, Molly, I believe. Again for you, dear.
The person who found her phone, etc., walked around the fields looking for owner. That's when someone recognized the dog and harness, then went to school to see if she was there.
Yeah.
Huh.
Right. Oh, that's a great picture there. This is even better, guys. This is what Pamela was talking about, where the river opens up into. But again, as you'll see here, if it'll let me share it, you should be able to see anything. You see the opening here? This is where the river comes out, and then it opens up into this. I mean, look at that, guys. And the water's not too bad. So I would think you would be able to see something flying drones and choppers over top of that. I mean, I don't know what wildlife is like in the water here, and I hate to speculate about water animals that could have maybe grabbed her, but I mean, I don't want to bring that up at this point. But there's nothing, God. This is off and odd to me. I almost feel like there's a very grand possibility that there was some sort of foul play involved with this now.
Yeah.
Again, not going down the rabbit hole. What other options do we have, folks? Do you know what I mean?
Tried to talk.
There anything found? There hasn't been one. There hasn't been a shoe, a hat, a scarf, a glove, anything, guys.
And it's pretty
Where would she
weird
leave
that
it,
the one excuse me, the one CCTV camera that would have seen her was the only one that wasn't working. That's a little sus to me.
Right. Kind of convenient, isn't it?
Right?
And my wife did make a comment that maybe, maybe she just left the phone she left the phone as a DQ herself. Maybe there was something going on with her husband that she was walking away from, but I can't see her walking away from her 2 little girls.
Right. Yeah.
He didn't really have, and my wife did notice we were watching this morning. Maybe he's not like most people, but I would have been a lot more upset than he was.
Yeah.
That was something that I noticed. She noticed right away. I noticed, like, why are you so calm? It's been a long time, bro. At this point, you got to be thinking bad things. You know what I'm thinking?
Mm-hmm.
So, and yes,
she was physically seen there. I think they have 2. I know of at least one eyewitness that saw her there, if not 2.
That's the bench right there. Yes. There's the water's edge. And again, good job, Mal. I don't believe she has any disabilities, Boone.
Yeah, I don't think so.
There was nothing I could find on it. Yeah, I did already. Yeah, there was nothing. So,
5 witnesses.
I don't know.
Wow.
Witnesses seen her on the fields.
5.
Yeah, they were saying that 5 different people had seen her out on those fields.
And nobody saw what happened.
And nobody saw
or heard the dog barking like crazy, or
that's the other thing. Like, why did the dog not follow her? And somebody very well could have grabbed her at night for gunpoint and walked her off the fields, and nobody would have noticed because they're walking together as if they were together.
Yeah.
That's an option, in my opinion. I'm just saying. And nobody would have said, well, that looks odd to me, because it doesn't look odd, Let me see something here. I checked this out this morning. Things seemed to look pretty together. I mean, could have been a Delphi. You're up the dog. Well, yeah, you're right. 1 second, guys. If she had tied her off and said, stay, yeah, I agree. All right. Now, this is her Facebook, folks. And I didn't see anything abnormal on it as far as like comments or anything. Okay. On my way home, but I like to think everyone it was okay. Yeah, this was people that were out looking for her, as we can see. Those that keep check the bunker, the abandoned house, it is just a brick shed. As you can see from this thermal image, there is no heat source in there. Okay, well, here's the thing, folks. Body heat is only in your body as long as you're alive. Okay? So this is what I'm talking about, is this building right here. There's a water pole. Glowing brighter than the brickwork warmed up the sun. If there was anything in there due to the different cooling and warming rates of the air use materials, you would see a shape of the item. Well, it doesn't necessarily mean that she's still in there at this point. Just saying. I did join a couple of these groups here just to be involved. It's very sad. She's a very pretty lady. And she's got 2 children that need her really bad. This is sad. 2 weeks they've been searching now, and there's nothing. Absolutely nothing. I looked at the Facebook under her comments, this and that. I mean, of course, I couldn't see everything, but blue green looks like a body face down, almost on elbows.
Hmm?
Oh, right here. You talking about right here? I don't see. Yeah, it hasn't been updated. So yeah, there's nothing there, guys. That's definitely government. Yeah, no, that's part of the river itself. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't see anybody calling in. She regularly updated her Facebook page. Then nothing. They can at least check she could be buried. That's true. This is the exact Emma of Dave Paletti's Can-Am missing 411 project. Guaranteed he'll pick this kid. It's very, very much close to it, Boone. I agree with you. A lot of the aspects are almost identical in a lot of senses because there's water, there's grassland and forestry around. You know what I mean? Now, I saw what you were saying, don't Ramon, but you could see the. I don't know. Like I said, and that whole 411 thing is, it's something. I have a friend that's been following it. That he comes in here too. I don't know. I just don't know what to say. But I wanted to bring it. We wanted to bring it to you. This was actually Mama Bear's idea, so you can all thank her for her great brain. What's that?
Miss Boone said, "Just waiting for shoes on the banks."
Yeah. Anything. Anything at this point. There's nothing.
In Mott's case, the phone and dog were left behind. That's true.
It is true. That's very true. It's just hard to believe that the dog wouldn't have chased this person down unless the dog couldn't find this person. But if a dog is looking for, it's like, I know my dog does this when he can't find my wife, he'll snip around and then he finds her. Like he picks up her scent and then he goes to her. You know what I mean? So I would think that the dog would have been sniffing around looking for her. But it stayed in that vicinity, that realm right there. Yes, as she was only wearing ankle wellies. Not full. I don't even know what those are, Pamela.
I was going to say, Pamela, what are ankle wellies?
Yes, please. Enlighten us. Tracking dogs, yes.
I think they've had those out there.
They did have cadaver dogs out already, I believe. The killer knew the dog. It's a good point, Lance.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Like maybe his other owner.
Right.
Just saying.
Wellington boots.
We don't know what those are either.
Galoshes.
Like Paddington's boots? Rain boots is what I call them. Galoshes. Yeah, Paddington's boots.
Okay, let me see.
What's your time say? Is that what they are?
Yeah, just rain boots.
Cadaver dogs have been out. They brought in a specialist visibly yesterday. Yes, Paddington boots. Okay. That's the only thing I could think of was Paddington boots. But yeah, do you have any? That was another question I was going to ask. Are there any like animals that run wild in that area regularly that could have like grabbed her and drug her away? Maybe. Coyotes, they can do those things. Bears, I don't know the lay of the land, so I'm not sure as to what is prominent in that area. What's your time wise? What does it say on your computer?
How long we've been on here?
Yeah.
2 hours and even.
That's what I thought. Okay. Yes, she had ankle ones on, rather calf length ones. Okay, so low boots. No wild animals from foxes and rats. Well, I mean, over there, I'm sure it's not like New York. New York could drag her, rats could drag her away, but not around there, probably.
Yeah.
My dogs are bite trained, but even if one would make permanent defense, would be doing things sigma attacks, but not his own. Gotcha. And that's another thing. I would think, and maybe not, but again, like if somebody said if the dog knew her or knew another person, a lot of dogs will like attack somebody if they grab their owner, in a sense, into the, unless they knew that person. Or unless she went to somebody wantingly or on her own. Dago, hilarious rats. I'm telling you, New York rats will drag you. Ask Cece, she'll tell you. They ain't no joke. They're the size of small cats, guys. Not even small, normal sized cats.
Yeah.
New York rats are no joke. Big, big, big. Yeah, I don't know. I do not know, everyone.
Well, if you guys hear anything or think of any other questions you want us to dig into or whatever, leave it in the comments and
please. And again, guys, like she just said, please, it's a new thing. Please leave me some kind of comments. Good or bad, cuss me out if you want to. Tell me I'm ugly. I don't care. As long as there's something in there, write it in there, folks. It'll be there. I've seen them running the wire lines in Bakersfield. Size of dogs. See, that's what I'm saying. Right. Anyway, and again, please hit that like button if you enjoyed it, guys. I probably will be starting to where I'll be here tonight. I don't, doing a live stream tonight. So I'm hoping maybe to see you guys here. If you can, if you can't, I understand. No worries. But we're going to start doing 2 a days, at least one in the morning and one in the evening. So if I hear anything, yes, please do, Pamela. Send me or Mama Bear information if you get anything, and we will check it out and add it to the next one. Because we're going to do another one, just to keep up with what's going on, of course. So if anybody, even Schmooby, I don't even know if you're still in here, but if you see or hear anything, let us know. The dog was a
Spangler?
Yeah, something like that. Something Spaniel?
I had it written down.
Springer Spaniel?
That sounds right. Yes, Springer Spaniel named Willow.
That's what I thought. Springer Spaniel. Sorry, I had to double think on it, but
it's like Spaniard. Spaniard.
It was a Spaniard on just a little dark-haired guy on 4 legs that ran around.
Whoops.
Spoke Spanish, Yes, a liver and white Springer.
Oh.
Okay, gotcha. I know what you mean. All right, guys. Well, that'll do it for today because we really don't have anything else for you on it.
Yeah.
They should have used the dog right at the beginning. Absolutely, I agree with that one. I wondered, but they probably weren't knowing what was going on.
Yeah.
For sure. It's not a Jerry Springer Spaniel. Great stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys got what you needed as far as info on this. Like I said, guys, if nothing else, send some prayers and good vibes over there to the family. Dog was taken back morning after it did the same. Okay. That's interesting. That's weird. That's very weird. This is off. I'm going to be watching this too. Yeah, that would be great, wouldn't it, Lance? Yeah, I could just see that one of the dog was like, yeah, she went that way and I didn't see her after that, you know?
Me
All
too.
right. Have a great day. I'm sorry, what'd you say, Mama Bear?
I said, me too, Lance. He said, wish dogs can talk.
Yeah. Yes, Keelani, good to see you. Yeah, we're at 2 hours. Well, I'm going to be going live tonight too, so I'm trying to keep it kind of,
yep,
evened out. So, all right. Well, if anybody else has any questions, feel free to throw them in the comments. Any comments, please throw them in the comments. Other than that, guys, I hope you have a great rest of your day until I see you this evening. And it'll be a surprise what we're going to do tonight. Love you guys to death. Mom Bear, thank you so much for joining me today. I very much appreciate you, as I do all of the rest of you guys. You guys do not change nothing about yourselves because you're the beautiful people. Don't forget to love yourselves and love each other. You guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.